Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with Kicking It on the Chase with Chelle. It's a segment that I do normally on a Saturday, but I'm subject to do it any time of the week. And I've been basically recently, I just been talking about giving dating tips and suggestions on couples, you know, interacting with each other, dating and talking and listening to each other. So, like I said, Kicking It on the Chase with Chelle is going to be, can be subject to any day of the week, So when I start back traveling again, sometimes I'll do Kicking It on the Chase with Chelle wherever I'm at. Okay? So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about nurturing intimacy in dating, a journey of connection. Dating can be a thrilling adventure full of excitement and promise. Yet for many, it can also be a quest for deeper connections and meaningful intimacy. Building intimacy in a dating relationship requires time, effort, and vulnerability. So we're going to explore some invaluable tips for singles navigating the path to intimacy. It seems nowadays that people just throw that out the window. A lot of people, they don't. We need to get back into the things from the past that worked, and get rid of the things that didn't work and come up with new strategies, that work, But the things that work, I don't see anything wrong with keeping that. And we used to have more fun back when I was coming up. People used to date and have fun and do all that kind of stuff. And we need to get back to some of the things that are more simple. Active listening. Active listening involves giving your full attention to your date, showing empathy and understanding their perspectives. It goes beyond hearing words. It's about comprehending feelings, fears, and dreams. Active listening fosters trust and mutual respect. It allows you to build a foundation of understanding, showing your date that you value their thoughts and emotions. This leads to stronger emotional connections. Open communication. Honesty and open communication create an environment where both partners feel safe expressing themselves. It's about sharing your thoughts, fears, and aspirations, as well as being receptive to your date's feelings. That's very important, and it's hard to find. It's really hard to find sincere people. A lot of people just fake. They realize things when it's too late because they didn't want to communicate, or if they communicated, they didn't communicate correctly or effectively. Open communication leads to a sense of emotional closeness, and it eliminates misunderstandings and helps both partners grow together. I believe that the couples that have the strongest relationships, they communicate with each other. They have excellent and outstanding communication skills with each other. And they need to be held up as a model of success when they're doing something right. When you can talk openly, you build trust and strengthen the foundation of your relationship. Now, I'm not talking about people that are together and they having a miserable relationship, but they just staying together because of this or that. I'm talking about people who really are in a loving situation and they really enjoy being around each other, and they talk to each other back and forth, and they communicate openly with each other and freely. That's very important. And even while you're dating someone, if they're not able to do that, you need to try to see why they're not doing it. And you might want to consider whether or not that's somebody you want to invest in if they're not able to openly communicate with you and tell you how they feel about this or that. Vulnerability. Vulnerability is the key to unlocking deeper intimacy. It means sharing your true self, including your fears, insecurities, and past experience with your date. And when people do that, don't use that against them when they tell you intimate details. Just keep it to yourself. If they felt, like they could confide that into you. But a lot of times people weaponize what you say. So it makes it more uncomfortable for people to want to allow themselves to openly talk to you, for fear of you're going to take whatever information that they give to you and just mishandle it. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, it creates a profound level of trust. Your date sees your authenticity, which encourages them to reciprocate. This reciprocal vulnerability leads to a deeper emotional bond. Quality time together. That's very important. That's very important. That's very important. I haven't met anyone, you know, in decades that I feel is open or willing to do that. So that's why I just stay single. If I don't have these things that I just talked about already, I'd rather stay single. So, but spending quality time is essential for building intimacy. It means dedicating focused, distraction-free moments to be present with your date. Yeah, stay off your phone, stop texting. When you're with somebody, don't just put your attention focus on them, you know. Let the other people wait. Quality time nurtures a sense of importance and prioritization. It shows your date that they matter to you and that you value the time you spend together. This strengthens the emotional connection between you. Empathy and support. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Offering support means being there for your date during both triumphs and challenges. I have met people and when I'm down and out there's just only a couple of people, you know, outside of my family. I don't usually ask people for help, but, you know, very few people are able to even to listen, to be there to listen. I don't have that support. So I have to confide in God, you know, which is okay, but that's something that you need to think about. When you demonstrate empathy and provide support, you create a sense of security and comfort. Your date feels understood and cared for, which fosters a deeper emotional bond, which is very important. You know, when you're in the beginning stages, you need to communication is very important. That don't mean you have to just constantly talk non-stop, but just, you know, even if you're not really much of a talker, you need to open up and talk a little bit, you know. In conclusion, building intimacy in a dating relationship is a journey that requires patience, understanding, and vulnerability. Active listening, open communication, vulnerability, quality time together, empathy, and support are the cornerstones of this journey. Each of these elements contributes to a stronger emotional connection, fostering trust and mutual respect. As you incorporate these tips into your dating life, you'll find that your relationships become deeper, more fulfilling, and ultimately more rewarding. And I believe in it. Even though I'm single, I believe that it exists. I just haven't been blessed to find the person for me, you know. But I know there are good people out there. I do. I believe that. Remember, the path to intimacy is a two-way street. And as you invest in these practices, you'll likely find that your date reciprocates, leading to a more profound and meaningful connection for both of you.